for coming. My name is Kishore Roy. I work for the British Council. I have been in Egypt now for about 12 months, so it's kind of new, but I've had the pleasure of working in 6 or 7 different countries with the British Council, so experience from different regions, different cultures. So today, I wanted to look at how assessment can help in relation to speaking skills in both assessing and teaching speaking. So what I'd like to cover is those 3 areas. We'll look at assessment activities and approaches. We'll look at how assessment criteria can help you in both your assessment and also in your teaching. And I'll share with you some resources that can be useful for both the teaching and assessment of speaking as well. It will be like this morning's session with Eleanor. It will be very interactive, I hope, anyway. So I'm relying on you to give me, to respond, if you like. So the first area, actually, the first thing I'd like you to do with the person next to you, I was going to divide the room, actually. So everyone in this section, if you could think about the first question. Everyone in this section, in the middle, if you could think about the second question. And everyone down here in this section, if you could think about the first question as well. So first question, second question, first question. Just 1 minute with the person near you, nearest to you. Just discuss these questions. And when you finish your question, you can look at the last one as well. So 1 minute, please. Just have a quick chat with the person near you. No. You two talk. Okay, tell me what you think. So the first question for the 2 groups on this side, what are the challenges in teaching speaking from a teacher's perspective? Yeah. Yes.
The challenges of teaching speaking to students depends on the different levels of students, their ages, and also the mechanics of speaking itself, including using good phonics, using good assimilation, using good tones, using good pronunciations, the degree of fluency of students. This differs from student to another, sure, and from degree to another. So sure, this is 2 important parts.
Thank you.
The mechanics of speaking and the levels of students.
Yes, okay, sure. And again, I guess levels especially is something that's beyond your control. Usually you'll get a group of students, as you say, that could vary quite markedly. Any other challenges from a teacher's perspective in teaching speaking?
I think because it is not our native language, and students may make comparison between the native language and the language being learned. I think correct pronunciation is not good for students. I think a lot of students learn, or many teachers also learn the students in bad pronunciation. I think intonation as well is not good. And I think the reduction or the connection of the words and the sentence itself are not good, or they are not accustomed to listen correctly to broadcast or many programs in English as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so pronunciation can be a problem, especially if you don't have the right model to copy, to learn from. Fair point. Just two more here, yes.
Actually, I think that we have another problem because many students just focusing on the grammar mistakes, not the fluency of speaking. So they may stop many times in their speaking tasks, doing something like this, and finally they maybe refused to talk because of all the people are staring at them.
Sure.
So this is the biggest problem, I think, in my opinion. They cannot only focus on one part and they refuse to think about the other parts.
Sure. Yeah, thank you very much. In fact, I think that's the first point I had thought of as well. They're afraid of speaking because they're too afraid of making mistakes. They're too obsessed with the grammar points. So I agree entirely. Very quickly, just two more.
Some of the teachers don't know how to develop speaking skills. They don't know what activities they can use to develop speaking skills. And some of the teachers lack a criteria or rubric of evaluating speaking skills. Some can evaluate speaking skills according to grammar,
Sure.
grammatical mistakes. Some of them can evaluate students according to their ideas. In other words, some evaluate fluency, some
Sure, yeah.
evaluate accuracy. It depends.
Okay.
And the main point here in Egypt, no evaluating for speaking skills at the end of the exam. So it doesn't matter to evaluate or develop the speaking skills for the student here in Egypt.
I understand. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, again, knowledge of activities and then maybe knowledge of the right criteria, the best criteria to use. Can I come to this? Can I come to you in terms of the second question? Sorry. The second question in terms of testing speaking, what are the challenges? Can I start with one of you two, please? Yeah.
I think the time is limited in class to test all students in class. We have more than 50 students in class.
Sure. Yeah.
Some students feel ashamed to speak, so it is difficult to test speaking in class.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that the teacher is the only dominant speaker in the class. His time of talk is about 80% of the class time. Students don't have enough time to speak, to express themselves. Another point, students are not trained well to be tested on speaking. If we look at the exams in our schools, we find that written exams,
Yeah.
not speaking
Sure.
ones. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Actually, challenges in testing speaking: number one, creating criteria and rubrics; number two, mother tongue effect; number three, accuracy and fluency; yes, number four, conveying the message; yes, number five, intonation and pronunciation.
Thank you. Very thorough. Thank you very much. And then one final comment, please.
The problem that I've been having with testing them, like the lady said, having ideas, and I find this with speaking and writing. They don't have ideas to start talking about. Even if we've gone through the topic before, they're just blank. Like, I don't know what to say even in Arabic. They're not very rich in ideas.
Okay.
And they tend to translate from Arabic to English.
Sure.
And they find, they look for very complicated words in Arabic and they try to translate them into English and they get stuck at the end.
Sure. Thank you very much.